Yo, what's going on, guys? So, I know I haven't uploaded in a long time, but I thought it'd be fun to kind of do an only up video because this game's been popular for the last couple weeks.
I'm sure we'll make
and I've been playing it quite a bit, and I managed to get a new personal best. So, I was like, you know what, why not just upload that to YouTube and maybe talk over it and commentate a little bit what I was thinking during the run. For people who want to play it and maybe just want to try to speedrun just for fun. So that's what I'm gonna do. First thing though is speedrunning sucks. I'm gonna tell you that right off the bat. Speedrunning sucks, and I don't do it in any other game. I thought it'd be fun to try it in this one because I've seen a lot of people play it, and it is pretty fun. But if you fall or make any mistake at all, you fall back to the ground. You have to restart. So this is one of the more, I think, demanding games to speedrun, but maybe that's just me. But anyway, back to the gameplay. So these pipes are not too hard. I think they're actually the hardest part in the game, but they're not that hard either. That first jump where you have to jump the pipes, that could be tricky. I always misjump that and either fall or I slide off the edge and have to grapple it. This pipe right here, I jump on. I don't think you have to jump on that first little pipe. I think you can just jump straight to that one, but you have to like roll or something as you mantle, and it's kind of weird, so I don't like doing that. This part's not too bad. I've seen like the world record and people sprint up this somehow. No idea how they do it. I take the little jump right there and hop up, and every now and then my guy just decides to float like he's freaking Chris Angel. I don't get it, but he just does it all the time, so it is what it is. That's just seconds added on to it, and I don't know what to do about that. This jump is pretty simple. Just jump over here and use this bed. Now I didn't realize that using the bed you have to step on like the little bag or like sack or whatever it is, and then run onto the bed for it to work. Didn't realize that, so that kind of didn't go there very well. This jump is pretty easy, and at this point I'm at 2 minutes, and I'm like, that's not bad, because I usually get to the rails about 2 minutes and 8 seconds, except I freaking grappled that too. There's a lot of grapples. There's a lot of grapples in this gameplay that I'm not happy of. I'm not proud of, because my goal was to beat a certain time, and I ended up not beating the time I wanted because I was grappling everything, bro. But you get up here, this is like the most boring part of the game, to be honest. You just have to run up these rails. Thankfully they put a bed over here that you can actually use, so I take the bed. You hold shift to jump on it. It's pretty easy. I know you can hit the rail right there and actually go back down and hit it again, and it launches you somewhere else. My guy did not grab that, which kind of sucked. So I decided to go this way and make this jump, which I've never taken before. Thank goodness I made it, because if I didn't make that, bro, I would have lost it. This was like the 10th run or something like that, and I actually made a video, and there were 2 other runs in the video, but my mic didn't work, and I didn't realize it, so I'm doing a voiceover now. But nonetheless, you get to these cars. These cars are pretty simple. You just jump on them. I mean, it's not too big of a deal. Sometimes the jumping will kind of glitch out, and that could be a problem, but it's not too bad. Like this, like my guy slips and grabs it twice. Like, what is that, bro? And then he grabs this. That's like 2 unnecessary mantles, which kind of sucks. But it only sucks because I actually completed the run. If I had messed up the run, I wouldn't have cared, But anyway, we get on this part right here. This is pretty self-explanatory. Just run along this, jump off, grab the whatever that is there. I don't know what that is. This beam thing. And just run up the other cars. Now at this point, it's pretty much safe jumps. It's not like there's nothing too crazy that you have to worry about. The biggest thing is not screwing up the beds that you come up to. So there's a 4-bed thing. You can take all 4 beds, or you can take 3 beds if you want to. I always take the 3 beds when we get to it because it's a little faster. But if you screw that up, then you pretty much you go all the way back down. So this pipe right here, I don't like running this pipe. I've seen a lot of people do that. I don't feel comfortable doing that. So I just kind of walk it and then jump to the side. Alright, so here are the beds. Now you can shift jump, and you can skip that 2nd bed and land at the 3rd one, and then go to the 4th one, and then land up top of this pipe or beam. And that's the easiest way. And normally you can skip the mantle on the first one, but I'm just horrible at the game, so I mantled like every single one of these things. I don't know, bro. I was trying not to, but it seemed like no matter what I did, I was mantling every single thing I came in contact with. So I don't know, bro. I gotta practice, I guess. If you've seen any speedruns, you'll know that you can go right here, and you can skip that. You can mantle that pretty easily. And you run up this thing. Pretty straightforward so far. I see a lot of people skip this by grappling the railing and then jumping over that. I just grabbed it, bro. I don't want to mess with that and screw it up somehow. So we hit the bed here. You can land on here and like bunny hop. I managed to get one bunny hop off. I didn't do the other bunny hops because I don't really know how to do it. And it sends you flying, bro. And I haven't practiced it or anything. So I just kind of skip that and just take the one bunny hop, take the 2 beds, get over here. So at this point, I'm feeling pretty good because it's 5:30. I'm doing good on time. I haven't made any big mistakes or anything. The only thing I have to worry about at this point is the windmill. So yeah, as long as I don't screw up the windmill, and I kind of panicked right there because I know you could skip some of these those wooden platforms, but I don't know. I was gonna like thinking about skipping it, but I didn't want to skip it. And I don't know. I like panicked. But the windmill is the biggest thing. So if you don't hit the windmill first try, I mean, as long as you don't fall down, it's not that big of a deal. But I was trying to beat a certain time, so I wanted to get it first try. So what I do is I wait for the windmill to come straight down, and that's when I jump on it. And I try to line my body up with the windmill that just passed me. And then if I line it up right, it should be perfect and easy to get to the second windmill, the blade. So it actually worked out in this one. I land right where I need to go. And then I screw up, bro. I screw up. I rolled too early. I didn't make it onto the bed like I had wanted. I didn't know if I could make it there just by jumping on it, but I was like, screw it, bro. If it doesn't work, I'll just make it back. And then I remembered halfway up that there's a fence. Or not a fence, a billboard that you can just jump on. And it's just there to help you out. So, take the billboard. And it wasn't too bad. It was still like, I mean, it still added quite a bit of seconds, but it wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. And we take that bed, we skip all that other stuff and get to the road. That's pretty easy. All you gotta do is shift jump onto that and not hit your head on any of the platforms above you. These cars are pretty, I mean, they're a little sketchy. I know that there's like ways to avoid mantling on these things too, but I never figured it out, bro. I just run and hope for the best. Alright, so we're at what? We're at 720, which it feels like it's really slow. It feels awfully slow, bro. But these cars are simple. Just jump, sprint jump. Just take your time. And don't do what I'm doing. And don't grapple everything. Try your best not to grapple everything. I don't know why, bro. I was grappling everything. And now, like, watching this back, it's kind of frustrating. Like, if I didn't grapple all that stuff, it would have been so much quicker. So some people like to go to the left side next to the lights. I'm assuming it's probably quicker. But I just go this way and grab the ledge over here, the stone ledge, and then jump on it. And then just literally jump on that, send you straight up. That's easy enough. So we're at 807, and we are on the building path, which is pretty close to the end of the first section. Now my goal was to get to the elevator for that takes you to the second half of the game, basically. My goal was to get to that by 9:30, so 9:30. I'm not on pace for that at all at this point in the run, which was a little annoying. But I knew that I could potentially make up some of that in the second part of the run, as long as I just didn't, have a huge screw up or anything. So I was okay with that. But as you'll see, I tried to go a little quicker, and I started mantling things like that. And it just got a little worse as far as the mantling goes as the run progresses. But I still wasn't like too annoyed. I was just remembering, like, try to go fast, but try not to go too fast. You know what I mean? Just try to keep up a good pace, but don't run too quick. And so I was trying just to focus on each jump. Now this jump right here is a little sketchy. It always looks worse than it actually is. And the bed skip right there, I know you can go up and you can actually go back down and then bounce yourself to a hot air balloon and then launch yourself to like the elevator to the next area. I've never practiced that. I tried it like twice and it was impossible. I don't know how they do it. So I just take the bed to the top of the tower, take this little elevator up. You don't have to ride this elevator all the way up to the end of that pole right there. You jump off like right here and you're chilling. So you jump off there. Now at this point it's 9:48, so I'm 18 seconds past where I wanted to be at this point. But nonetheless, we made it. you know, we're at the elevator and we're chilling. So I ride this part up. This part's not much to say about this part. The biggest, I think the first part of the game though, like, honestly, is probably the hardest part, because the second part, there aren't like, I mean, there's a couple of skips that I take, but they're not like hard skips. I think some of the hardest skips are at the beginning. Well, first off, the pipes. Like, the pipes are easy to mess up. The trampoline skip, if you're going to do a different trampoline skip, that's really easy to mess up. What else? There's like, the windmill is really easy to mess up. There's just things that are easy to mess up at the beginning. And I feel like the end is a lot more forgiving than the beginning is. So if you can get to the elevator at around 9.5 or like 10.5 minutes, I feel like you're chilling. I feel like you're doing pretty good. So we get up here. And I'm just thinking, go. Just run. I'm just thinking, go as fast as you can, bro. So we got to get to the Jesus hand. That's the next checkpoint. This is pretty simple. You just jump this. You don't usually grapple if you keep spamming the spacebar. These steps can be a little sketchy, because sometimes they'll just block you and then you have to jump and it'll like push you sideways. That's a little unfortunate, but it didn't happen, luckily, on this run. So after this little part right here is the snake skeleton. I think it's the snake skeleton. I screw up the jump right there, of course, and I slide off this because like I said, bro, my mantling is horrible. I don't know why it's so bad, but it's just awful. Without wings is cruel fun. But this part's pretty easy as long as you don't like overthink it. I always say that this part's easy, but I know that eventually I'm just going to screw it up and I'm just going to be so mad. I'm going to be so upset because it's like the easiest part of the game. It's just running up a whatever this is. It's just running up a structure that's not even, it's got a wider hitbox than it looks, you know. Eventually I'm going to screw it up though, and I'll be upset. But we're almost to the hand. This next part has a kind of a tricky jump, but I don't do it like a lot of people do it, because I think most of the speedruns I've seen, they jump on this rail right here, and they jump on the cross, but then they turn around and they jump backwards towards the camera. I don't like jumping towards the camera when I can't see where I'm going. Some people do that in the beginning of the game towards the rail car section as well, and I don't like doing that because I don't know, bro. I guess I just don't trust myself enough to do it. So I just jump to the bed from the other gazebo thing, which is easy enough. Climb the Jesus statue, and from here it's pretty much smooth sailing to get to the Harry Potter section of the game, which got changed recently, I guess because of copyright stuff or something, or he like stole assets. I don't know what it was. So it's a little different looking, but so far we're at 13 minutes. And I know that there's like 2 more skips I have to make that I'm a little worried about. One is going to that thing up there with the globe. That's a little sketchy. I could screw that up and then the run's over. And the other one is the dragon skip at the very end. Those are the only 2 skips I'm kind of worried about. The 2 skips I'm not worried about are the, well, I guess they're like one skip together, but the glass, or not the glass, the cannon that shoots you up, and then the wine bottle that also shoots you up. Those are 2 skips that I'm not really worried about because I usually get those and they're pretty easy. So I did think I died here though. I tried to grab that edge and I jumped, and then I thought to myself, what if this edge is not able to be grabbed? I didn't really consider that option. Luckily I grabbed it and I was chilling. So there's a bed behind this building. You can take that, launch yourself straight up to the book section. One of these books, I think it's that red one on the right next to the tables. One of those books is slippery, and sometimes it will just launch you forward and you'll be sliding like you're on ice. It's horrible. It's kind of just a luck of the draw depending on where you land. These benches, pretty simple. I've seen some people speedrun and just sprint through that whole section. I don't have the confidence for that, so I take it slow. And then we're at the Harry Potter section. We're at the spiral stairs. So you can run around these. Not too hard, just hold shift. It's not as bad as it looks when you're running up those. You can shift jump almost all of these things, and then a regular jump to get up to next to the more apple. I know, the less I know. You don't have to climb the apple, but I like to climb it and then jump over this book and mantle all these. And that's pretty simple too. You can also sprint from these books right here onto this ring and avoid mantling, But I've also had it before where I've done that and then I fall off the edge and like that, like I almost fell through the ring for no reason. So it's sketchy, bro. I try not to jump and mantle stuff as much as I can, but it's sometimes I'd rather mantle and just be safe than like slide off and just start over. So who knows? It can suck sometimes.
To all the foolish, happiness from
Alright, so we're at the chest.
To all the smart, woe from wit.
The chest is pretty simple, just jump up that. Okay, we're at 1525, and here comes the big skip. The big skip that is probably the most nerve-wracking aside from the last skip, which is the dragon. This is the skip that sends you basically past everything. Now I've seen, and I almost screwed this up too. Somehow I missed the ledge over here, dude. I don't understand. I don't know, man. I was in a hurry. But this skip over here, a lot of people do it different than me. They'll like use it and they'll hit the bed to the right over there under the water, and that will launch them to the boat. I just take this, bro. I sprint off the edge and I aim for the sunflower. If you aim for the center of the sunflower, you should be okay. You should be okay. Sometimes you can slide off, but if you're a little bit to the right on that red tentacle thingy down there, you should be fine. All these jumps over here are pretty straightforward. They're not too sketchy. I mean, they look sketchy because there's not a lot to like stand on, but they're not that bad. And then this part, there's that invisible wall, bro. I'm telling you, these steps are trying to kill you. So you gotta make sure you don't like get stuck on stuff. And there we go. There's also a bed underneath here, which is the same bed that people usually launch to. You can jump off the walkway to that bed if you want to. You have to shift jump to do it, but you can do it. And then you can just skip these barrels and go straight to the boat. I don't like to do that because for some reason the boat can glitch out, I think, depending on where you land on the boat. And it will like not move. It will just stay put and it will never move. And obviously that ruins the whole run, so I'd rather just take the barrels and not, not even risk it. But some people do it, and it does save like, whatever, 5 seconds, something like that. But okay, so what are we at? We are at 1716. We're on the boat. We've done most of the skips flawlessly. We've had a lot of mantles that were unnecessary, but as far as skips go, we've done most of those flawlessly. Now it's just waiting to get to the cannons, and after the cannons, it's pretty much a straight shot to the dragon, and then you just have to do the dragon skip. Now up to this point, I didn't do the dragon skip in any of my runs. Every single time I got to that part, I would screw up the dragon skip, and I'd have to run up the vines, and then I'd have to do the little end section with the little blue bouncy things, and it was horrible. It was absolutely horrible. So this is the first run I managed to get it, which is the only reason. It's a personal best. It's the only reason is because I actually managed to get in this one.
You are about to meet the king of the world.
But at this point, I'm thinking, okay, this is easy. I have the cannon launch, I have the wine launch, and then I just have the dragon thing. All I gotta do is these 3 things, and I'm chilling. And the first 2 are super easy. So that's my mindset. Just run. First 2 are easy. Get to the dragon. Just make sure I get the dragon one, and I'm chilling. So yeah, run up this stuff right here. Run up these steps. There's a lot of running in this game. You ever think about that? I mean, obviously, like it's you're running through everything, but as far as like where you're not really doing anything except for just running, like there's a lot of I don't know. You know what I mean? Like when you're running on the railroad things at the beginning, when you're running on the back of the dragon,
the stress and the
or not the dragon, the back of the snake skeleton. And then when you run up these steps, there's a lot of running, bro. There's a lot of running. But we get up here at 1858, which is not bad. It's not as good as I'd like, but it's not bad. And we launch up here. I know some people like to go around the left side. I don't think I've ever done that. And we got the wine skip. So you got to switch to 30 FPS for this. You got to jump up. You got to crouch. Then do slow-mo, and then start walking forward. I screwed up. I did slow-mo first. I did slow-mo first, and then I panicked because I knew time was running out before it launched me. So I tried to walk forward and crouch, but I was spamming crouch because I was panicking, and I just rolled off the edge. It was horrible. I had to reset and everything. It was tragic, all right? But we did manage to get up here. There's another unnecessary mantle, but we're up here. We switch it back to 90, and we're chilling. We're at 1953 on Rainbow Road, which is still pretty good. I was hoping to get to the elevator by 1940, so I'm about like 20 seconds shorter than I wanted to be, or like later than I wanted to be. But it doesn't matter. At this point, I'm just thinking, we got one more skip, man. One more skip. Don't screw up the skip, bro. If you screw up the skip, you're gonna destroy your computer. Don't screw up the skip. That's my whole mindset. Don't screw up the skip. Now, do I screw it up? Well, you guys already know because I already told you earlier, but I managed to get it. It was sketchy though, bro. It was sketchy. Because I'm thinking, like, I've practiced this enough. I know how to do it. And then look at this too. Look at this really quick. My guy just wasted 3 seconds stuck on something. Oh, it's so annoying, bro. It's so annoying looking back and seeing all this stuff I got stuck on.
Stop drifting. Run to the finish
So I jump
line.
over here. I line up with like the left side of the planks over there. I stand right on the edge. I walk over like three-ish steps, and I watch that wing on the right. And when it starts to freak out, that's when you know to like count the wing beats, I guess you call them. And I think I jumped a little late because you're supposed to jump with the wing, and I didn't get much air. I got like just enough air to make it, bro. And then I also grappled the side of the invisible platform. Like, what? You know how close I had to be to do that? You know how close I was to not being able to make that jump? I almost screwed up so bad. It was almost horrible, man. And so I'm just like, honestly, I was surprised I made it. I couldn't believe I made it. Like, that's as close as you can get without screwing it up, dude. So we're 21:45. This is the last elevator up. All I gotta do is get up there and freaking walk the plank. Not the plank, the platform. And then it's GG. So at this point, I knew I was gonna get a personal best. I didn't know what it's gonna end with, but I know that this elevator takes a freaking while to get up there. But man, like, if you guys haven't tried it, if you guys have beaten this game, first off, let me know if you've beaten the game. And if you have beaten the game, let me know if you've been trying to do a faster time. Because my first run ever, I think my first win was 79 minutes, which isn't like, that's over an hour, but it's not like long. It's a pretty lengthy time, but it's not like crazy, right? You got some streamers playing this for like 8 hours a day, and it takes them like 2 streams to do it. And so it wasn't that bad. It was like 79 minutes. Second run was 54 minutes, and then my third one was 34 minutes. And so it kept progressively getting lower, and I was like, dude, I gotta get like under 25 or something. And so I managed to get 22:50. Finally a new PB. And it's just fun, bro. It's just fun slowly seeing your progress get better at a game. It's pretty legit. It's fun. So if you haven't tried it, you should definitely give it a go. And then let me know what times you guys got in the comments, because I'm kind of curious to see where everyone is. But nonetheless, hopefully you guys enjoyed. Like I said, most of the skips and stuff aren't actually that bad. It's just try not to freak out and taking your time, being confident, and not making huge mistakes. But anyway, with that all being said, hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.